Hey guys, welcome to the Max Invest YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the ENS and the Chainlink partnership. Now, the Ethereum name service is a very important part of Ethereum, and it recently just released a token. So, since there's so much hype about ENS, a lot of people loving it, I do want to discuss what it's been doing with Chainlink over the past couple of years. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter, join the Discord, and remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. So let's get into the video. Now, the first thing that I do want to discuss is what Ethereum name service actually is. Essentially, the Ethereum name service is domain names for Ethereum. So an example of a normal domain name that is tied to Google would be something like Amazon.com. All of the old domain names have .coms on them, and all of the new domain names will have .eths on them as we get into the Ethereum network and into a Web3 central world. Now, there already are a bunch of big Ethereum names that have been bought for a lot of money. One that was just bought is beer.eth, and Budweiser bought that for $100,000. Essentially, once you have an Ethereum name service name, whenever someone looks up that name on Etherscan, they will see what you want them to see. You can also use this Ethereum name service name to send and receive money. You can use this to sign into different applications with Ethereum, and the possibilities for ENS are endless. So, what Ethereum name service just did is they made a token airdrop. So they made a token called the ENS token, and this functions as governance tokens for the Ethereum name service network. So it just governs what's going on. You can use it to vote for proposals and all of that stuff. As we can see, the ENS token is about $57. It has a market capitalization of $850 million and a fully diluted market cap of $5.8 billion. Personally, I probably won't invest in this token or buy any of this token, and the reason for that is because I generally try to avoid governance tokens and I try to look for the tokens with the most utility. However, in my opinion, ENS is an integral part of the ecosystem, and if Ethereum continues to go up over time, which I'm sure it will, I would also expect ENS to go very well. However, we will need to wait and see. Essentially, ENS has been working with Chainlink for quite a while now, and there are a few specific partnerships between ENS and Chainlink. In this video, I'm specifically going to be referencing Chainlink God's tweets, so if you want to see more of Chainlink God's tweets, remember to follow him on Twitter. The first partnership between ENS and Chainlink is that Chainlink is delivering ENS with off-chain price data. As we know, Chainlink is a decentralized oracle, and one of its primary services is to deliver reliable and accurate price data to people that need it or to assets that need it. As we can see, ENS wants an ETH USD price feed, and Chainlink are delivering them with that price feed. Now, the reason that ENS wants this price feed is they actually want registrations and renewals to be priced in USD if people want to see it in USD. So people can know how much US dollars it will be to register or renew their ENS name, and they don't need to worry about the Ethereum price. So this is a very useful metric, and especially because when we get into the Web3 world, a lot of people are going to want to be using US dollars, seeing things in US dollars, and not actually using Ethereum. This is a massive use case for Chainlink outside of ENS alone. We do need these reliable and accurate price feeds when we want everyone to price things in US dollars on the Ethereum network. Now, it essentially costs about $200 or so to register or renew a ENS name with gas fees right now. Without gas fees, it's about $20, so this is interesting and it may come down over time. Now, the next partnership that I wanted to discuss with ENS and Chainlink is that Chainlink is creating or has already created an on-chain Oracle directory with the ENS name data.eth. Now, what this means is that every single individual price feed is going to have its own subdomain. So if you want to look at the Ethereum US dollar price feed, what you can do is you can go onto Etherscan and you can then look up ETH usd.data.eth, and you can actually see and you can actually query this price feed. So all you need to do, go onto Etherscan, look up the price feed, and it will be there. This is made possible by the Ethereum name service, allowing a lot of these Chainlink price feeds to actually come on chain. Now, there are a few big benefits to this. What this does is it makes it quite easy to query Chainlink price feeds. All you need to do is query Etherscan, query the domain name, and then you can gain access to that price feed. This also makes it very, very easy to find the price feeds, very, very easy to read the price feeds, and it provides developers with a very quick on-chain proof that the price feed is correct. There can only be one domain name. No one else can copy the domain name, and this is all verified by the chain. So you can be absolutely sure that ETH USD.data.eth is the only price feed that Chainlink has for Ethereum and the US dollar, which is great to see. So there are a few huge benefits to this. As we can see on this slide, we can see exactly what it looks like. There's Bitcoin USD.data.eth, Link USD.data.eth, there's even the Australian dollar and the US dollar, so there's a whole bunch of price feeds here that individuals can actually connect with. As we can see, the key benefits of this is it makes domain names very readable, it's completely censorship resistant, it's very, very easy to track on chain, it's additional decentralization of Chainlink, and it's an open standard that any developer or any project can adopt. So this is a very big partnership between ENS and Chainlink, and I believe that this partnership came out roughly late last year and was implemented early this year. Now, the last thing that I can actually find with ENS and Chainlink is that ENS received a Chainlink community grant for CCIP read development. Chainlink's CCIP is their cross-chain interoperability protocol. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this community grant is for quite specifically, however they are letting ENS actually help them out with CCIP. It's a very recent community grant, so it will be interesting to see what comes of it. So that brings us to the end of what the partnerships between ENS and Chainlink actually are, and there's a few more things that I want to discuss regarding Ethereum name services and the ENS token. Now, the first thing that I do want to point out is if you registered for an ENS name, you do get a free airdrop. Essentially, right now, if you have a normal ENS name, you've done nothing with it and you haven't renewed it for that many years, you're probably looking at about $5,000. If you're on the higher end and you have a few ENS names, you've registered them for a long time, you've had them for a long time, you could be looking at up to $50,000 in free airdrops, which is absolutely insane. So, if you have an ENS name, make sure to claim this airdrop. You can see this tweet. There are a bunch of instructions on how to actually do this. So that's the first thing I wanted to point out. Now, the next thing that I wanted to point out is ENS is doing a little bit of a different voting system. Essentially, with regular coin voting, all of the individual users vote on every single proposal. So every single proposal, you put up your coins and you vote with them. ENS are doing coin voting a little bit different, and it's in a way that I think is actually very, very cool. Essentially, if you have ENS tokens, what you can do is you can delegate your tokens to somebody. Now, once you delegate your tokens off to somebody, they will vote on proposals for you. So this is actually a lot like politicians. You vote for politicians, politicians keep up with everything that's going on, and then politicians make the decisions for you. This is a very, very similar concept, and I think it works quite well. The reason I believe that this works quite well is because you don't need every single individual to keep up with every single development. This is impossible for the majority of people, so it's easier just to vote in someone else who can do this for you. So if you have ENS tokens, remember to delegate to somebody. Now, I will recommend who I think is a good idea to delegate to. As you can see, here are the top 10 people that are getting delegated tokens to. Now, I definitely wouldn't go with Coinbase. I don't believe it's a good idea to delegate to a company, and we don't want Coinbase to have too much power. So, the people that I think are probably decent to delegate to are probably Brantley.eth, who is one of the founders of ENS, Nick.eth, who is another founder, and Chainlink God. Of course, a lot of you would know Chainlink God as he's in the Chainlink ecosystem, and it would be a good idea to actually delegate to Chainlink God if you do feel comfortable with him. Anyway, this sort of brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like and subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching the video.